welcome to the Yacht Club on College, the hot spot for food trucks here in Fayetteville. On any given day, you can find people coming and going, getting barbecue, Mexican food, sandwiches, you name it. But what you might not know is that this place actually has a dark past and hasn't always been a vacant parking lot. In 1948, Henry Booker Tennyson, nicknamed H.B. Duty, was a freshman at Arkansas after graduating high school in 1948 in Texarkana. His first cousin once removed, Dr. John Tennyson.
He was very introverted. He was described by friends and people who knew him as having an inferiority complex. He did not have many friends.
That brings us back to the Yacht Club on College. This is where Henry Booker Tennyson was living when he killed himself with mercury cyanide poison.
It appears that he was trying to hide his confession. It doesn't appear he was trying to present his confession to the public.
He left a note. What did it say?
So he actually left a few notes. Probably the ones that got the most attention were the ones that left clues to other notes. He left a series of notes kind of explaining what he had done. And the ones that sort of created all this controversy are ones in which he confessed to being the Phantom Killer from Texarkana.
Why did I take my own life? You may be asking that question. Well, when you committed 2 double murders, you would too. Yes, I did kill Betty Jo Booker and Paul Martin in the city park that night, and kill Mr. Stark, and try to get Mrs. Stark.
The Texarkana Moonlight Murders were a series of violent attacks around Texarkana, Arkansas in spring 1946. 8 people were attacked, 5 were killed, all on the weekends. Dubbed the Phantom Killer, no one was ever convicted of the crimes.
And it led to a lot of people being panicked the whole summer, thinking that there were more that were coming. I think a lot of people were looking for answers about, who could have done this and why.
But in another note found by investigators, Henry Booker Tennyson indicates he took his life for other reasons.
Please disregard all messages I have written down. They are only thoughts which I was thinking about possible reasons for taking my own life.
There were a lapse of time, so the murders themselves occurred in the early part of 1946. So we're talking that the attack started, I believe, in February, but then the murder started in March and April and May of 1946. But that was when he was a sophomore in high school.
So did Duty do it?
The analysis that I've done is mainly to try to compare him to another suspect whose name is Yule Swinney. And when I just do a comparison of those two and look at the evidence suggesting or consistent with Yule Swinney having been the Phantom Killer versus H.B. Tennyson, I do find the evidence of H.B. Tennyson to be more compelling than that for Yule Swinney. But as I'm quick to say, it's quite possible there's another person who was the perpetrator who we don't even know about.
So Will, do you think the Yacht Club on College is actually haunted?
So I think that's half the fun, right? I don't think there's any specific story about, the Yacht Club being haunted or about the house isn't here anymore, so I don't know that there's anything to be haunted, but I think half the fun around Halloween is, just wondering whether or not there's any piece of, what happened still here.
Well, there you have it. If you don't spot anything here, you can always just grab a bite to eat. In Fayetteville, Kelly O'Neill, Fox 24 News.